All right, so as an educator here, I have finished up homeschooling after about 29 years from the beginning of when I heard about it and started really purposely putting a lot of play into my baby's life with letter blocks or whatever it was, being very intentional with his education with my firstborn all the way up until my last son, 5 sons, 29 years of doing this. So as I decided to stay home and live on nothing, basically, that's how bad I wanted to homeschool. I was willing to sacrifice and to sacrifice pretty much everything except my faith and my family. I went without quite a bit. And Medicaid was the first realization that I actually could make more staying home and staying with my baby than paying a huge hospital bill. So as I homeschooled, I'm looking at this. I just picked this up really cheap on sale to look at my weak points. As I went to church and heard the gospel, second time I went, first time I was invited, the lady's like, oh, this is not a real friendly church. She's like, I don't want to go here. So I'm like, well, I'm fine with it. I had no expectations of church, and I went back up myself with my son back in 93. He put him in a stroller. I used to walk a lot. I walked with my aunt. She had her baby the same time I had mine. So we walked all around where I was from. And anyways, we used to run together too before we had kids. So those are some good memories I have with her. And as I started going to this church, I heard about homeschooling right away. Decided to homeschool. It wasn't really a question for me. I just knew I wanted it. I knew I would miss my son if he went to school all day. And so I started homeschooling. In this book, if you have some weak points, as I went to church, I went to church for years. It's been about, well, over 29 years, I think now, coming up 29 and a half. As I went to church, I heard a lot of new stuff, new mindset, new faith, learning how to get everything down. I did fall into legalism at one point. That was a hard lesson. I had to learn to get out of that. But yeah, the gospel. So as I'm learning, I'm like, okay, where are my weak points? And I still this sounds crazy, but I'm a fast learner. I get stuff quick, but I take my time and I'm very thorough with my learning. So all these maps, I haven't done a lot of map work, and this is going to help open the Bible to me even more, because I just haven't gotten to this yet, to be honest. And there's books in the Bible I haven't gotten to yet, because either they're hard to understand and I need like commentary to go with it, but when I get something, I make sure I get it right. So books in the Bible, I need to understand better. I need to understand my map work better. And this book I'm excited to get into today. It sounds daunting, but Jesus said, when you have faith like a mustard seed, you can move mountains. And I just remember the faith I had. As soon as I heard the gospel, my eyes were open. I believed. And I know when I was a little girl, I was brought to church for a short time. My great uncle died, so his wife wasn't, we lost connection. We weren't going anymore. But I did have someone ask me to fix my hands and ask Jesus into my heart, and I am thankful for that, even though I didn't understand it. And then I remember a couple Sunday school classes taking macaroni and gluing them on a poster of Jesus's face, like around his face, to make a frame. But that's about it, and just being hungry when we went to church. I mean, we ended up packing a lunch later, but it wasn't so negative for kids when you have a lunch when you're done church. So there's a lot of information here, and I am just looking to grow in this area. But I do think, even without all this knowledge, the normal layman, the normal person, can open up the Bible, especially John, if you want to start there. Just open it up and read it, and you will get it. And I grew up in a family that didn't know how to read. So, and I myself did not learn, I don't know how I picked up reading somehow, but I didn't read in school, and I graduated early. So if you really apply yourself, you can learn a lot in life. So just an encouragement to dig in with your time. You know, we can waste so much time being idle and shopping and, you know, just going out to eat or whatever. But I like to write every day, and I like to read. That's like my, what do you call it? That's like my feast every single day, my reading and writing. And then after that, you know, it's definitely doing stuff with my kids and doing fun stuff and the gym. Those are like my three main things every single day. So yeah, I would encourage you to jump in, even if you only get like one page of this done, you know, you've learned something. Try to learn something every day.